What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Lennox Lewis. Big up, England. Big up. Lennox Lewis says this. He says, "Do you want me to dust these off?" Lennox Lewis linked to Mike Tyson to fight. Wow. Former undisputed heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis has given the biggest indication yet that he may be ready for a rematch with Mike Tyson in 2021. Lewis, who defeated Tyson in a mega money battle in 2002, has so far resisted several calls to come out of retirement. The pugilist specialist last fought against the future heavyweight king Vitaly Klitschko in 2003. Following a controversial stoppage win, Lewis hung up his gloves despite calls for a Ukrainian return. When stepping away, Lewis correctly backed Klitschko and his brother Vladimir to the future. He also stated, "I'm proud that I have the luxury of ending my career on my terms." This should serve a real-life example for other boxers and professional athletes. Boxers, like athletes, must realize how important it is for them to understand every aspect of the business dealing that surrounds them. I am very excited about the future of boxing. I know Vitaly Klitschko is disappointed that we won't be facing each other again, but the challenge before him now is the same challenge that I faced years ago to become the best heavyweight of his generation. Let me stop right there before I go, because this is something that I have to counterpunch. Lennox Lewis doesn't know what it's like to be Vitaly Klitschko and will never know what it's like to be Vitaly Klitschko. Why? Because each of Lennox Lewis's losses, he had the opportunity to avenge. Okay? So I have to make that apparent. Vitaly did not. He didn't have a choice in the matter. He wanted that fight. He didn't want the first fight to stop. But yes, the eye was bad. Okay? It was very bad. But he wanted to keep going. So, but anyway, he co-signed for the Klitschkos and everything like that. Lennox Lewis has recently said the transformation always begins here with the hand wrappings. And Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson's return. He says 17 years later, Lewis posted a picture of an older pair of gloves boasting Tyson's name. The caption read, "Do you want me to dust these off?" The Londoner also stated that the transformation always begins here when showing a picture of him wrapping his hands. Hearing Holyfield stating that he could set to make $100 million to face Tyson in an exhibition match has obviously spiked interest for Lennox Lewis. Now, I think Lennox Lewis is trying to hint to possibly come back because it doesn't seem like such an embarrassing thing anymore or far-fetched or uncanny or anything like that. Why? Because Mike Tyson has created a legendary league of his own, right? Of distinguished gentlemen, and they're starting to grow and resurrect themselves each and every day. Everywhere from De La Hoya to James Toney to Roy Jones, okay? A lot of these guys are saying, you know what? I think I can do this again. You know they go to sleep and dream about it. Think about it. It's in their heart. It's in their subconscious. So why not get in a fight? Why not go back to the gym? Right? Lennox Lewis, yeah, he beat Mike Tyson, but that was a Mike Tyson that was proven to be on drugs and all types of other fuckery now, wasn't he? But I think Lennox Lewis, he has nothing to prove except to Vitaly Klitschko. Right? But he has nothing to prove to Mike Tyson. It just shows you the power and the influence of someone like Mike Tyson that's coming back to the sport to lead other people to do the same thing. I like the idea. Why not? Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. Hopefully Mike Tyson can do a better job of what he did last time in their last fight. But I think Lennox Lewis can still whoop anyone's ass to this day. Especially the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Lennox Lewis hinting on coming back to fight Mike in a possible rematch that made them a whole lot of money in Memphis, Tennessee. Of course, please subscribe. Tell me what you think. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.